Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we're going to join Doug Fleming. He's the Executive Director of the Lansing Housing Commission, Lansing, Michigan, of course. So, Doug, welcome, and please let the Michigan business community know a little bit about Lansing Housing Commission, your scope, purpose, that sort of thing.
All right, the Lansing Housing Commission, we have about 850 units that we manage here in the city of Lansing, actually in 4 very distinct areas of the city. We have a property in the northwest, one up in the northeast, one kind of in south central, and one kind of in the southwest. There's about 550 units in them. Then we have a couple hundred scattered homes that we also manage, and some small other properties. In addition to that, those are physical buildings that we own and manage. We also manage 1,800 what are called Project 8 vouchers that we also have. And then we have a variety of other vouchers, specialty vouchers, we call them, for homeless purposes and some other things. But altogether, we have about 3,000, 2,500 people under our purview every month that we're responsible for that are in some type of affordable housing here in the city of Lansing.
Now, as a commission, I assume it's an appointed position. You maybe have a board, et cetera.
Yeah, under Michigan law, all public housing entities in the state have a 5-member board. 4 of them are appointed from the community. They're all appointed by the mayor or the person in charge of that jurisdiction. Could be a city council, a township board, whatever it happens to be. Structure's the same all over the state. One of those members, per the state law, has to be a resident member, someone that's living in one of our properties or is taking advantage of one of our Section 8 vouchers. Gotcha.
So we understand you have some big news regarding tax credits to expand affordable housing.
Yeah. So when I got here 5 years ago, one of the things that we really embarked on was improving and upgrading all of our housing units. So for the last 4 years, we have utilized the tax credit program to improve or renovate our 550 units. We invested a little over $60 million in the city of Lansing over the last 3.5 years, upgrading all of our units, including security upgrades, brand new units. Fundamentally, everybody that's living in the Lansing Housing Commission buildings, living in a brand new unit now. We're finishing up our last building, so we've got a couple of months left here on that. So after that, then we moved to the fact that we just fixed up what's already here, but we need more housing as well. And so we went out and applied for tax credits for a site of property that actually happens to be across the road from our office. It's an old Davenport building that's all boarded up. It's on the Kalamazoo corridor coming into downtown, which if you're coming into downtown Lansing from the east, there's 2 main roads in which you come into downtown. One is Michigan Avenue, which everybody's pretty familiar with. The second one is the Kalamazoo corridor. And when you come over that bridge and you see that dilapidated building and there's really nothing there, it's really kind of an eyesore. So we're really excited about the fact that we're going to tear down that building, put in brand new affordable housing.
Well, that's an ideal location, too, because everything is walkable from there, which makes it kind of accessible. So tell me a little bit about Riverview 220 project and go a little deeper into maybe the businesses that could attract.
Well, there's a couple of features that I think is important. One that you talked about is it's walkable, which is awesome to everything downtown. I think we all know the impact of COVID and what it's done to the downtown of many downtowns as we've gone remote, and people that used to come down and eat and drink and spend money in downtown areas, particularly the state of Michigan and the city of Lansing, has really had a dramatic impact in downtown Lansing. So bringing more people down there that will do those things again is always a positive thing. The next thing is that we also are across the street from the bus station. So that's going to be wonderful that people have public transportation. Now you have to move. If you live out in the city, you usually got to grab a bus. It goes downtown. You grab another bus and go somewhere else. Our people are going to be able to walk across the street and in one bus be able to get where they want to get in most cases. The other thing is that this is the first of the kind building in Lansing where we're combining affordable units, 56 affordable units with 7 market rate units, and then also a retail commercial part on the bottom in where we can do it. So it's called a mixed use building, but we've never had market rate with affordable rate and retail all in the same building here in Lansing. We're kind of excited about that concept as well.
Well, and you got a little built-in audience for those retailers who might go in there too, which is kind of nice. So the governor and MSHDA announced 13 million across the state. What are some of the other communities that are impacted by this?
Well, the tax credit process is a very, very challenging process. There were many, many people that applied. There was only 10 awarded. We were one of them. But the awards really went out throughout the state. There's some in Metro Detroit, some in Grand Rapids. We're the only one in Lansing that got tax credits. And then there were some out in some of the rural areas of Michigan. So the good thing about the tax credit program is that as a part of our program, we sign a 40-year commitment that we will maintain the affordability of these units. And so it goes into, it's actually recorded at the deed that we have to do that. So it will be affordable for the next 40 years.
Well, we'll look forward to that, and we'll get progress reports as we go along. Doug Fleming, the Executive Director of the Lansing Housing Commission. Thanks for being with us, my friend. And you've all been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.